The moment my voice came out of his phone, I knew my life at school was over. The second I hit send, my stomach dropped like I'd stepped off a cliff. The voice note was still uploading, my voice shaking, my heart exposed. Every word I'd practiced alone in my room now rushing toward the one person. I wasn't ready to hear it. I stared at my phone, whispering, no, that could rewind time. But it didn't. The message delivered. And it went to him. I had only meant to record it for myself. Just to hear how it sounded. Just to practice saying his name out loud, Ethan Carter, without my voice breaking. But somehow, in the mess of late-night nerves and tired fingers, I sent it straight to him. My crush, my lab partner. The boy who smiled at me like he didn't know he was ruining my life. Minutes passed, then 10, then 30. I watched my phone like it might start breathing. No reply, no typing bubble. Just the little seen timestamp mocking me. My chest tightened as every possible reaction played in my head, him laughing, deleting it, showing his friends, pretending it never happened. At school the next morning I avoided him. I took the long hallway. I sat in the back. That silence is loud when you're afraid. And when I finally looked up during third period, I saw him across the room, phone in hand, glancing at me with a look I couldn't read. By the time fourth period started, my hands were shaking. I couldn't focus on the teacher or the notes on the board. All I could think about was whether Ethan would bring it up, whether he'd say something, whether he'd pretend everything was normal and let me slowly fall apart on my own. Then the teacher stepped out to take a call. The room filled with noise, laughter, desks scraping, people pulling out their phones. Ethan stood up. My heart dropped when I saw him walk to the front of the class, holding his phone like it was nothing, like it didn't contain my entire secret. I didn't hear him say my name, but I heard my voice, soft, nervous, saying words I had never planned to share out loud. I don't know when I started liking you, but I think I always have. The sound echoed through the room, louder than my heartbeat, louder than the laughter that followed. Someone snorted. Someone else said, "Dang." I couldn't move. My face burned so hot. I thought I might pass out. I wanted to disappear under the desk, crawl out of the room, erase myself completely. But Ethan just stood there, staring at his phone like he hadn't expected it to sound that real. The teacher came back in and everything stopped. Conversations died mid-sentence. Ethan quickly paused the audio and slid back into his seat like nothing happened. But nothing was normal anymore. I could feel eyes on me, whispers crawling across the room. I didn't cry. Not then. I sat still, staring at the board, pretending my heart wasn't breaking in front of everyone. But deep down, something cracked. Because the worst part wasn't the embarrassment. It was not knowing why he played it. Not knowing what it meant. Then, just as the bell rang, Ethan's phone buzzed again. He glanced at the screen, and his eyes widened. He wasn't looking at me anymore. He looked at someone else. My heart froze. Who was he texting? And what did they just see? I wanted to run, to hide, to disappear entirely. But I was rooted to my seat. And in that moment, I realized this was far from over.